Hello, my dear traveler, to another enchanting journey into the mystical realms of Warhammer. Tonight, we return to the deep, shadowy heart of the world, where magic thrives and ancient mysteries stir beneath the canopy of Athel. Let the gentle whisper of the forest winds and the soothing hum of nature's energy guide you as we explore the ancient lore of the Wood Elves, their home, and the spirits that dwell within. As we tread softly through the mist-laden groves and winding paths, the history of Athel unfolds before us like a forgotten tale etched in the bark of ancient trees. Take a deep breath and allow yourself to be transported to this land of living magic, where the forest and its guardians are bound together in a timeless dance of nature, power, and harmony. Before we begin this spiritual journey, let us know in the comments where you're from and what time it currently is. Close your eyes and let the serene cadence of the forest story carry you deeper into a peaceful night. In the heart of the old world lies Athel, a forest woven from the very essence of magic and nature. This mystical woodland, cloaked in an ethereal aura, serves as the sacred home of the Wood Elves. Here, time flows differently, and the whispers of the ancients echo through the rustling leaves. The trees stand sentinel over ancient spirits that dwell within, guardians of a realm untouched by the ravages of the outside world. Athel origins are as mysterious as they are ancient, bound to the ebb and flow of magic itself. When the world was young, this forest was a chaotic, untamed place, infused with wild energies. Over time, its magic became more focused as the first Elves, once of noble lineage from across the sea, chose to remain within its borders after the War of the Beard. These Elves, cut off from their kin in Orthuin, gradually became one with the forest, transforming into the Azrai, the Wood Elves. They did not seek mastery over nature, but instead embraced its rhythm, letting the ancient trees and spirits guide them. The Azrai soon developed a profound bond with the forest. Unlike their cousins, who sought to control magic or shape the land, the Wood Elves harmonized with the living world around them. The Dryads, Tree Men, and countless other forest spirits became their allies. But this relationship was not without tension. The spirits were as wild and unpredictable as the forest itself, sometimes protecting the Elves, sometimes testing them. Yet, through this fragile alliance, the Wood Elves learned to thrive, blending their lives into the shifting, magical heart of Athel. At the core of this enchanted realm stand Ariel and Orion, the twin rulers, who embody the spirit of Athel. Ariel, the Ever-Queen, is the nurturing soul of the forest, her essence a reflection of the goddess Isha, She wields great magic, channeling the forest's energies to preserve and heal. Her partner, Orion, is the embodiment of Kurnus, the god of the hunt. Each year, Orion is reborn with the spring to lead the wild hunt, a savage and relentless force that protects the forest's borders. Together, they represent the balance of nature, the quiet strength of growth, and the fierce, untamed spirit of the wild. As the ages passed, Athel Loren became more than a mere forest. It became a living, breathing entity. Its magic is palpable, saturating every leaf and branch. The Wood Elves learned to navigate this ever-changing realm, where paths shift like dreams and the forest itself reacts to the moods of its inhabitants. In moments of joy, the trees bloom, and the air is filled with a soft glow of enchanted light. In times of sorrow or anger, the forest darkens, its shadows deep and menacing, ready to strike down those who dare threaten its peace. The Wood Elves' bond with the land became their greatest strength, especially as the outside world encroached on their borders. Humans, orcs, and even the forces of chaos sought to plunder Athel Loren's depths. But none could understand its shifting ways as the Azrai did. In battle, the forest itself would rise to defend its children. Mighty oaks bent their branches into weapons, roots ensnared intruders, and the very ground would shift beneath the feet of invaders. The Wood Elves called upon their forest allies, ancient tree men, ferocious dryads, and spectral forest spirits, to fight alongside them, blending the magic of the land with their own martial prowess. Athel Loren's magic flows like a river, unpredictable and deep. Though the Wood Elves shape it to some extent, it remains its own master, bound by the ancient spirits within. This symbiotic relationship ensures that the forest will always protect its own, though the elves must also remain vigilant to the whims of their powerful and sometimes capricious allies. The tree men and dryads are not simply tools. They are ancient beings, full of their own desires and motives. And sometimes the Wood Elves must tread carefully to maintain their delicate balance. Even within the deep serenity of Athel Loren, the forest holds an edge of danger. Those who enter without permission find themselves lost among its shifting paths, and the magic within can twist the minds of intruders. The trees are alive with watchful spirits, some benevolent, others less so. Yet, to the Azrai, this is home, a place where the mystical and the real intertwine, where every rustle of leaves tells a story, and every breeze carries the weight of ancient memory. Here, time does not flow as it does elsewhere. Days blend into nights, and seasons pass in cycles, all governed by the forest's eternal pulse. Athel is more than a sanctuary. It is an extension of the Asrai's very souls. The forest responds to their emotions, their joys, and their fears, and in return, the Wood Elves dedicate their lives to its protection. They live in harmony with nature, their rituals reflecting the changing seasons, celebrating both life and death as part of the great cycle that sustains their realm. Even in times of peril, when invaders threaten to disrupt the forest's tranquility, the Wood Elves do not flinch. They stand alongside the ancient spirits, ready to defend their enchanted home with bow, blade, and magic intertwined. The Wood Elves of Athel embody a unique harmony between civilization and nature, their very existence steeped in magic that flows through the veins of their forest home. Unlike their highborn kin who dwell in the grandeur of cities, the Wood Elves have chosen a path that intertwines their lives with the ancient woods. Their magic is not merely a tool, but a lifeblood, an integral part of their culture and identity. At the heart of Wood Elf magic is their profound connection to Athel. This bond is cultivated through their rituals, ceremonies, and daily practices that honor the forest and its spirits. Wood Elves are gifted with an innate ability to commune with the natural world, allowing them to sense the heartbeat of the forest and tap into its vast reservoirs of magic. Each elven child is taught from a young age to respect and understand the language of the trees, rivers, and animals, instilling a reverence that governs their way of life. The Wood Elves live in harmony with their surroundings, constructing their homes within the trees, utilizing the natural contours of the forest to create dwellings that are part of the landscape. Their architecture is a seamless blend of nature and craftsmanship, with living wood shaped into elegant forms that rise to meet the canopy. This artistry not only reflects their reverence for nature, but also allows them to channel the forest's magic into their everyday lives. Their affinity for magic manifests in various ways. The Wood Elves are skilled in the art of enchantment, using spells to enhance their surroundings and protect their realm. The magic of the forest flows through them, enabling them to call upon nature's spirits for aid. They can summon the protective energies of the trees, creating barriers against invaders, or even drawing upon the primal forces of the forest to bolster their strength in times of need. This deep connection to magic also allows them to manipulate the flora and fauna of Athel, fostering a lush environment that teems with life. Rituals play a crucial role in the lives of the Wood Elves, serving as a means to honor the spirits of the forest and reinforce their bond with nature. One of the most important ceremonies is the Rite of Awakening, where the elves gather to celebrate the turning of the seasons and the rebirth of the forest. This ritual involves dance, song, and offerings to the spirits, a vibrant display of color and sound that echoes through the glades. During these gatherings, the Wood Elves enter a trance, allowing the magic of Athel to flow through them, heightening their senses and deepening their connection to the forest. Among the Wood Elves, the Way Watchers stand out as elite guardians, skilled in both magic and archery. These sentinels are attuned to the rhythms of the forest, enabling them to move silently through the undergrowth, unseen by their enemies. Their magic enhances their already formidable abilities, allowing them to blend seamlessly into their surroundings and become one with the forest. The Way Watchers are not only protectors, but also emissaries of the forest's will, ensuring that balance is maintained and that intruders are met with swift justice. While many Wood Elves practiced magic in harmony with their environment, some delve deeper into the arcane arts. The Spellsingers are revered practitioners of powerful magic, capable of weaving spells that can alter the very fabric of nature. They are often found in sacred groves, where they commune with the spirits to learn the ancient secrets of the forest. These elves can manipulate the elements, calling forth storms or calming the winds, and their spells can heal the land or summon forth creatures to aid them in battle. The Spellsingers are both revered and feared, their power a testament to the depths of the magical heritage that flows through Athel. Magic also permeates the everyday lives of Wood Elves, influencing their relationships with the forest and each other. Elven artisans are known for creating exquisite items imbued with magical properties. From weapons that sing with power to jewelry that glows with the light of the stars. These creations are not merely decorative, but serve as a conduit for the forest's magic, amplifying the wearer's abilities and enhancing their connection to nature. The flora of Athel is a living testament to the Wood Elves' magic. The trees themselves seem to respond to the presence of their elven guardians, their leaves shimmering with a soft glow when the elves gather. Many plants possess unique properties, some providing healing remedies, while others serve as potent ingredients for magical potions. The Wood Elves have extensive knowledge of these plants, cultivating gardens that are both beautiful and functional, ensuring that the forest remains a source of sustenance and power. Among the many spirits of Athel, the Dryads and Tree Men hold a special place in Wood Elf society. These ancient beings are embodiments of the forest's essence, each connected to a specific tree or grove. The Wood Elves regard them with great respect, often seeking their counsel during times of need. The Dryads are known for their grace and agility, flitting through the trees like whispers on the wind. They can manipulate the growth of plants, guiding their paths and shaping the forest according to the needs of the Wood Elves. Tree Men, on the other hand, are mighty guardians of the forest, towering figures that embody the strength and resilience of nature. They stand as living fortresses against those who would threaten Athel Loren, their roots entwined with the very earth. Magic in Athel Loren is not solely a force for protection. It is also a tool for understanding and healing. The Wood Elves often use their powers to mend the wounds of the forest, nurturing the land after battles and ensuring that balance is restored. In essence, the Wood Elves in their magic form a tapestry of life, woven through the fabric of Athel Loren. Their abilities intertwined with the magical essence of the forest reflect a deep-rooted respect for nature and an unyielding commitment to its preservation. As guardians of this enchanted realm, the Wood Elves stand vigilant, ready to defend their home and its magical legacy against all who would seek to disrupt the harmony they have nurtured for centuries. Through their rituals, craftsmanship, and symbiotic relationship with the forest, they embody the spirit of Athel Loren, ensuring that its magic endures for generations to come. Within the timeless expanse of Athel Loren, the Wood Elves are not the only inhabitants. Deep within the forest dwelled the ancient and powerful spirits of the land, beings born from the very essence of nature. These spirits are intertwined with the life force of Athel Loren, their existence inseparable from the woods they protect. They take many forms, each one embodying different aspects of the forest, and while they share a bond with the Wood Elves, their true allegiance lies with the land itself. Among these spirits, the Dryads are perhaps the most commonly encountered, though they are far from ordinary. These fierce protectors are born from the trees, their very essence tied to the forest's heart. Dryads appear as ethereal beings, both beautiful and terrifying. Their bodies formed of bark, vines, and leaves, shifting between human-like figures and the twisted forms of trees. They serve as the guardians of Athel Loren, patrolling the forest and ensuring that no harm comes to the sacred groves. In times of peace, they are serene, blending with the woods as caretakers. But when the forest is threatened, they become ferocious, striking fear into those who dare to harm their domain. The Dryads, in many ways, are the voice of Athel Loren itself, embodying its will and responding to any disturbance within its borders. Beyond the Dryads, more ancient and powerful spirits dwell, known as the Tree Men. These colossal beings are older than the Wood Elves themselves, some having stood since the first days of the forest's awakening. Towering above the trees, their forms are ancient oaks and towering yews, their bark creaking with age and wisdom. The Tree Men are the protectors of Athel Loren's deeper mysteries, beings of immense strength and magical power. Though slow to rouse and rarely disturbed, when they are called to action, the Tree Men unleash the fury of the forest itself. Their roots are intertwined with the very soul of Athel Loren, allowing them to command the forest as one would their own limbs. In battle, they are an unstoppable force, wielding the power of nature to crush invaders, their limbs striking with the weight of centuries. The treemen are not only protectors, but also the counselors of the Wood Elves. Their wisdom, gained over countless millennia, is invaluable to the elves, though their perspective is far different from that of the mortal beings. To them, time flows like the slow growth of a tree, and their concerns are rooted in the eternal balance of the forest. They speak rarely, and when they do, it is often in cryptic phrases, their words carrying the weight of ages. Alongside the dryads and treemen, there are other spirits that inhabit Athel, each with its unique place in the forest's ecosystem. One such spirit is the Spite, tiny creatures of mischief and magic, often seen as playful but with a sharp edge to their nature. They flit about the forest, invisible to most eyes, carrying out small tasks and pranks. Though they may seem harmless, Spites are fiercely protective of their home and can be as dangerous as any other spirit when provoked. They often accompany the Wood Elves, enhancing their magic and offering subtle guidance, though they act on their own mysterious whims. And then, there are the more enigmatic beings, such as the Branch Wraiths. These are the spiritual leaders of the forest spirits, mystical dryads who have been touched by the ancient power of the forest's magical core. They are conduits for the raw, untamed magic of Athel, able to wield the forest's power to heal, protect, or destroy. Branch Wraiths play a critical role in the balance of Athel's energies, ensuring the forest remains in harmony with the ebb and flow of natural magic. In their presence, the very air hums with the energy of life, death, and renewal, as they oversee the eternal cycle of the forest's growth and decay. The spirits of Athel, whether they be dryads, treemen, spites, or the elusive Branch Wraiths, embody the heart and soul of the forest. They are a living testament to its ancient power, its deep-rooted magic, and its will to survive against all odds. Together with the Wood Elves, these spirits form a symbiotic relationship with Athel, ensuring its protection, balance, and longevity. But the spirits are not always predictable allies. Though bound to the Wood Elves by a shared love for their home, they are wild, untamed forces of nature. Their loyalty is to Athel above all else, and their patience with mortals is not infinite. The Wood Elves, though revered by the forest, must always tread carefully when dealing with the spirits, for they know that these beings are as dangerous as they are protective. In times of strife, when invaders encroach upon the sacred groves, the Wood Elves and the spirits stand united. But in times of peace, a delicate balance must be maintained between the living inhabitants of Athel and the ageless spirits that dwell within its depths. The unity of the woods, lies at the heart of Loren's mystique, stand two figures of immense power and importance. Ariel, the queen of the Wood Elves, and Orion, the embodiment of the forest's wild, untamed spirit. Ariel, often referred to as the Radiant Queen, is the living embodiment of Loren's soul. Her power is deeply intertwined with the forest's magic, and her influence permeates every tree, stream, and living creature within its borders. To the Wood Elves, Ariel is not only a ruler, but also a goddess, the mother of their people and the guardian of their home. Her appearance reflects her connection to the natural world. She is often depicted with a crown of leaves, her form both regal and ethereal, radiating an aura of calm and nurturing energy. As queen, Ariel is the central figure in the governance of the Wood Elves. She oversees the harmony between the elves and the forest, ensuring that the balance of life and magic is maintained. Her wisdom is vast, accumulated over centuries of rule, and she is deeply attuned to the ebb and flow of the natural world. Under her guidance, the Wood Elves thrive, living in a delicate equilibrium with the spirits of the forest. Ariel's magic is restorative and protective, capable of healing the land, nurturing the growth of the forest, and guiding her people through times of prosperity and peril. But Ariel is not a passive ruler. When the forest is threatened, her calm, nurturing presence transforms into a force of nature. She wields the ancient magic of the forest with terrifying precision, calling upon the spirits of Athel Loren to rise in defense of their home. In these moments, the gentle queen becomes a formidable sorceress, capable of unleashing the full wrath of the forest upon any who dare invade its sacred boundaries. Her connection to Athel Loren is so profound that, when the forest suffers, she feels its pain as her own. In stark contrast to Ariel's composed and nurturing nature is Orion, her consort and the embodiment of the forest's wild, primal energy. Orion is a manifestation of Cernus, the elven god of the hunt, and every year, with the coming of spring, he is reborn to lead the wild hunt. His presence is both awe-inspiring and fearsome, a symbol of the untamed power of nature that exists beyond the control of mortals. Orion's appearance is that of a towering, muscular figure, crowned with the massive antlers of a stag. His eyes burn with the fire of the hunt, and his every movement exudes power and intensity. He is not a ruler in the traditional sense, but a force of nature given form. When Orion awakens each year, it signals the beginning of the wild hunt. A time when the boundaries between the physical and spiritual worlds blur, and the forest itself comes alive with energy. The wild hunt is a crucial aspect of Athel Loren's cycle, and Orion as its heart. He leads the Wood Elves and the forest spirits on a relentless chase through the woods, purging any lingering corruption and restoring the land's vitality. It is a time of both celebration and danger, for the hunt spares no one who stands in its path. Orion's role as the leader of the wild hunt reflects his dual nature. He is both a protector of the forest and a destructive force, a being who embodies the relentless, unforgiving side of nature. Each year, after the hunt has run its course, Orion's time in the world comes to an end. He dies with the onset of winter, his body returning to the forest, only to be reborn again with the coming of spring. This cycle of death and rebirth mirrors the natural rhythms of Athel, Loren, where life and death are two sides of the same coin. The Wood Elves revere Orion not just for his strength, but for his role in maintaining the eternal balance of the forest. The relationship between Ariel and Orion is a profound and complex one, symbolizing the dual nature of Athel itself. Ariel represents the nurturing, life-giving force of the forest, while Orion embodies its wild, untamed spirit. Together, they are the heart and soul of Athel, the guardians of its magic and the protectors of its people. Their bond is not one of traditional love, but rather a deep, spiritual connection that reflects the interdependence of order and chaos, growth and destruction. Ariel and Orion's rule is not without its challenges. They must constantly maintain the balance between the needs of the Wood Elves, the demands of the forest, and the ever-present threat of outside forces seeking to exploit or destroy Athel, Loren. Their leadership is marked by both moments of great peace and times of intense conflict. But through it all, they remain the steadfast protectors of the forest. In times of peace, Ariel's presence brings a sense of calm and prosperity to the Wood Elves, while Orion's dormant form rests, waiting for the time when he is needed once again. But when the forest is threatened, both rulers rise to defend it, united in their purpose to ensure that Athel endures for generations to come. Their existence, much like the forest itself, is a testament to the delicate balance of life and death, magic and nature that defines the Wood Elves' homeland. Ariel and Orion are not merely rulers. They are the living embodiment of Athel magic and spirit, a reflection of the forest's eternal cycle. Their presence ensures that the heart of Athel beats strong, a beacon of power and mystery in the world of Warhammer. Together, they are the guardians of a realm where nature reigns supreme, and the ancient magic of the forest endures through the ages. Athel is a place where the passage of time is not marked solely by days or years, but by the rhythmic cycle of seasons, each one infusing the forest with its own unique magic and energy. The seasons in Athel are not just a change in weather, but a profound transformation of the forest's soul, reflecting the balance of life, death, and rebirth that governs the land. As the seasons shift, so too does the behavior of its inhabitants, From the mystical wood elves to the spirits that dwell deep within the forest. Spring in Athel, Loren is a time of awakening, when the forest stirs from its winter slumber and bursts into vibrant life. Trees that stood barren and quiet through the colder months now unfurl their leaves. Their branches, once again heavy with lush greenery. Flowers bloom in abundance, carpeting the forest floor in a rainbow of colors, while streams that have been frozen or sluggish through winter now flow swiftly and brightly, bringing fresh water to the heart of the woods. For the wood elves, spring is a time of celebration, for it marks the rebirth of Orion, their god king, who is resurrected each year to lead the wild hunt. With spring's arrival, the magical energy of the forest surges, and the wood elves begin their rituals of renewal. The bond between the elves and the forest is never stronger than in these months, as they channel the life-giving magic of Athel Loren to rejuvenate the land. Animals that had been in hibernation now roam freely, and the dryads and tree spirits become more active, joyfully participating in the rebirth of the forest. The air itself seems to hum with life and vitality, a reflection of the magical forces at play. Summer in Athel Loren brings with it a golden, languid warmth, but it is also a time of intensity. The forest becomes a verdant paradise, its canopies thick and teeming with life. The wood elves, in harmony with this season, are at their most active, patrolling the borders of the forest and guarding it from any who might intrude upon its sacred ground. This is the season of growth and strength, where the trees tower taller, the animals grow fatter, and the magic that pulses through the land is at its most potent. The wood elves hold grand celebrations in summer, reveling in the prosperity and abundance that the season brings. However, this season is also the time when Athel Loren's defenses are most vigilant. With the wild hunt still in full force, Orion leads his warriors through the forest, ensuring that any threats to their homeland are swiftly dealt with. The spirits of the forest, especially the more warlike entities like the tree men and dryads, are restless in summer, ever watchful for those who would dare trespass. The forest's lush beauty hides a dangerous side. Invaders are met with swift and brutal resistance from both the elves and the spirits. As the days grow shorter and the air cools, Athel Loren begins its gradual transition into autumn, a season of preparation and reflection. The leaves of the great trees turn from vibrant green to hues of gold, orange, and red, casting a warm, fiery glow over the forest. Autumn in Athel Loren is a time of gathering, both of food and of strength, as the wood elves ready themselves for the harshness of winter. The animals of the forest are busy, storing provisions for the colder months, while the tree spirits grow quieter, their energy withdrawing as the forest prepares for its long sleep. For For the Wood Elves, autumn is a time of reverence. It is the season in which Ariel, their queen, becomes most introspective, drawing on the fading warmth of the sun to weave her powerful magic, preparing the forest for the trials of winter. This is also a time when the balance between life and death becomes more apparent. The wild hunt begins to slow, its energy fading as Orion's strength wanes with the coming of winter. The Wood Elves hold solemn ceremonies during this time, honoring those who have fallen in defense of the forest and giving thanks for the bounties they have gathered. Winter in Athel Loren is not merely a cold season. It is a time of deep magic, when the forest enters a state of rest and reflection. Snow blankets the ground, and the once bustling trees stand still and silent, their branches bare against the pale winter sky. The spirits of the forest, including the dryads and treemen, retreat into dormancy, their magical energies conserved for the renewal of spring. For the Wood Elves, winter's a time of vigilance and endurance. While the forest appears calm and peaceful, danger is ever present, as external threats often seek to take advantage of Athelorn's apparent quiet. Orion, the king of the hunt, does not survive the onset of winter. His death is a solemn, powerful moment for the Wood Elves, marking the end of the year's wild hunt. His body returns to the forest, where it merges with the land, his spirit awaiting its rebirth in the spring. Ariel, meanwhile, enters a period of deep meditation, her magic helping to shield the forest from the harshness of winter's bite. The Wood Elves, though fewer in number during this season, maintain their watch over the forest, knowing that even in this time of dormancy, Athelorn remains vulnerable to those who would seek to harm it. Despite the cold and quiet, winter is also a time of beauty in Athel Loren. The forest, blanketed in snow and ice, glows under the pale light of the winter moon. And the Wood Elves, though solemn, find moments of peace and reflection in the stillness. It is a time of patience, a necessary pause in the cycle of life before the inevitable rebirth of spring. Through the seasons, Athel Loren remains a place of intense sorcery and mystery. Each shift in the forest's mood is a reflection of the ever-moving cycle of life. The Wood Elves, deeply attuned to the rhythms of nature, live in harmony with this loop. Their lives immersed within the forest's seasonal changes. Whether in the vibrant rush of spring or the quiet calmness of winter, Athel Loren remains a place where magic flows as naturally as the changing seasons. Its eternal cycle, a testament to the enduring power of nature and the spirits that call the forest home. Knowing that the beauty of these woods must be protected at all costs, it results in a unity between the Wood Elves and the powerful forest spirits. While the forest itself is a near impenetrable barrier, with its ever-shifting pathways and magical aura. It is not immune to the ambitions of those who would seek to control its wonders. Over the centuries, invaders, whether driven by greed, expansion, or ignorance, have sought to lay claim to the vast, enchanted wilderness. From the greedy Bretonnian lords to the ruthless hordes of beastmen, each saw the magical forest as a prize ripe for the taking. The moment outsiders set foot within its borders, the forest responds. The trees themselves seem to whisper, carrying the news of trespassers to the guardians of Athel Loren. The Wood Elves, with their unmatched agility and knowledge of the land, strike quickly and decisively. Swift, silent archers emerge from the shadows, their arrows striking true before vanishing into the mist. Alongside them, the forest spirits, dryads, treemen, and the fierce branch wraiths rise from the depths of the woodland, merging the natural with the supernatural in their defense. The combined will between the elves and the spirits is key to the forest's defense. The two factions may have different origins, but their bond is undeniable. When danger threatens, they fight as one. Treemen, towering figures of bark and branch, serve as living fortresses, crashing through enemy lines with a force that echoes the wrath of the very earth beneath them. Dryads, with their shifting forms and fierce temperament, launch ambushes, herding invaders into traps laid by the Wood Elves. Together, they create a seamless defense, blending magic and nature to overwhelm even the most determined foes. Among the most memorable battles of Athel Loren's defense was the invasion of the Beastmen, a time when the forest faced one of its greatest threats. Drawn to the magic of the forest, a vast herd of these chaotic creatures pushed deep into its heart. For days, the battle raged as the beastmen sought to tear apart the sacred groves. But their downfall was when they underestimated the power of Athel Loren. The Wood Elves, led by fierce Way Watchers, unleashed a torrent of arrows, while the treemen broke the earth beneath the beastmen's feet, splitting their ranks and crushing them underfoot. The spirits of the forest, particularly the violent treekin and wild riders, turned the tide. These creatures, who slept in the quiet times of peace, awoke with an unrelenting fury. Their assault was swift, brutal, and unrelenting. Before long, the once mighty force of beastmen was reduced to scattered remnants, fleeing the vengeance of the Wood Elves and the wrath of the forest spirits. Though invaders may come and go, the defenders of Athel Loren remain ever vigilant. Their connection to the forest, both physical and magical, allows them to sense every shift, every whisper of danger. Together, the Wood Elves and the forest spirits form an indomitable force, ensuring that Athel Loren will remain untouched, its mysteries preserved for millions of years ahead. The defense of Athel Loren is exhausting, but the forest is not always a place of conflict. When the battles are over and peace settles once more, the true nature of Athel Loren reveals itself. To wander through its depths is to experience a living entity, one filled with wonders and ancient magic at every turn. The forest is vast, with paths that twist and shift, leading explorers deeper into its heart, though only those welcomed by its will may find their way. Athel Loren is far more than mere trees and wildlife. It's a realm where the natural world and magic blend seamlessly. As one ventures deeper, they encounter groves bathed in ethereal light, where ancient trees stand as guardians of forgotten secrets. Some of these trees are sentient, having watched over the land for thousands of years, their roots entwined with the very essence of the forest's magic. Among these groves, the air is thick with a palpable energy, humming softly with the whispers of unseen spirits. In certain areas of the forest, the boundary between the mortal world and the realm of the Fae is so thin that reality itself seems to shimmer. These places are imbued with magic, and the enchanted waters that flow here are said to possess healing properties, though only the most revered or chosen may ever benefit from their powers. Ariel, the queen of the Wood Elves, often blesses such sacred spots, lending them her restorative magic. Further in, one may come across the ancient waystones, towering monoliths carved with intricate elven runes. These stones serve as powerful magical anchors, stabilizing the forest's unpredictable energies and maintaining the balance between Athel Loren and the outside world. Though silent and still, the waystones pulse with ancient power, their purpose known only to the Wood Elves and the spirits who guard them. Among the forest's many mysteries are the hidden glades of the Wood Elves, where their communities live in harmony with nature. These settlements are almost impossible to find without guidance, as the elves use magic to conceal their homes from outsiders. Treetop dwellings, woven from the branches of the tallest oaks, blend perfectly into the canopy. Below, the forest floor is a network of secret paths and concealed chambers, where the Wood Elves practice their arcane arts and commune with the spirits of the forest. Not all parts of Athel Loren are welcoming. There are regions where the forest's magic has grown wild and untamed, creating areas of chaos and danger. The dark heart of the forest is one such place, a shadowy region where the trees grow gnarled and twisted, and the air is thick with malevolent magic. Few dare to venture here, for even the spirits are wary of its unpredictable nature. Yet for all its beauty and danger, Athel Loren remains a place of deep mystery and wonder. Those who are attuned to the magic of the forest find themselves connected to something far greater than the material world. In Athel Loren, every leaf, every stream, and every gust of wind carries a hidden meaning. waiting to be understood by those who walk its paths. To explore the forest is to embark on a journey of discovery, one that offers glimpses into the very soul of this ancient and magical land. In such beautiful yet haunting woods, tales and legends are an inevitable occurrence, weaving a rich tapestry that reflects the heart and soul of the wood elves and their magical forest. Passed down through generations, these stories serve not only as entertainment but as lessons and warnings, revealing the depth of their culture and the significance of their connection to the land. One of the most celebrated legends is that of the first encounter between the wood elves and the ancient forest spirits. It is said that in the early days of Loren, as the elves settled in the enchanted forest, they stumbled upon a great clearing bathed in moonlight. Here, they witnessed the dance of the spirits, an ethereal gathering of dryads and tree men celebrating the magic of the forest. The wood elves, captivated by the beauty and grace of the spirits, joined in the dance, their laughter mingling with the rustle of leaves and the gentle whisper of the wind. This moment solidified a sacred bond between the elves and the spirits, marking the beginning of their symbiotic relationship, where both sides would work in harmony to protect the forest. Another legend speaks of a great battle against a malevolent force that sought to claim Loren for itself. This figure, known as Morga, the Corruptor, was a creature of chaos whose mere presence twisted nature into grotesque forms. As Morga unleashed his destructive power upon the forest, the wood elves, led by their queen, Ariel, and guided by the ancient treemen, united to confront this monstrous threat. The trees themselves rose to defend their sacred home, with branches entangling the corrupted beasts, while the elves and forest spirits combined their magic to drive Morga deep into the forest's heart. It was only through the sheer will of the forest's spirits and the powerful magic of Ariel that the Corruptor was finally defeated, his dark influence purged from Loren. Tales of transformation also echo through the forest, emphasizing the deep connection between the wood elves and the land. One such story tells of a young elf who sought to understand the language of the trees. Through years of dedication, she learned to hear the whispers of the ancient wood, gaining wisdom from the forest itself. This elf's journey symbolized the bond between her people and the land, teaching others that Loren was not merely a backdrop to their lives, but a living, breathing entity. Another cherished story is that of the Great Grove of Dreams, a hidden sanctuary deep within Loren. This grove, illuminated by the soft glow of bioluminescent flowers, is said to be a place where dreams and reality intertwine. Many wood elves journey here seeking guidance, and it is said the spirits reveal visions of the past and glimpses of the future within its tranquil depths. However, this sacred space is fiercely protected, and only those with pure intentions are granted entry. The Grove of Dreams represents the spiritual depth of the wood elves and their unwavering connection to the magic of Loren. as the wood elves gather around their fires at night. They recount these tales, their voices echoing through the branches and leaves, ensuring that the wisdom of their ancestors is never forgotten. Each story, rich with emotion and imagery, serves to strengthen their identity and reinforce their ties to the forest. In Athel, Loren, legends are not merely echoes of the past. They are living narratives that shape the present and guide the future of the wood elves, forever entwined with the essence of their magical home. As the last of the tales and legends fade into the twilight, the forest of Athel, Loren seems to breathe in unison with its inhabitants, a living testament to the harmony that exists between the wood elves and their mystical home. The stories passed down through generations serve not just as entertainment, but as a constant reminder of the connection between the elves, the spirits, and the land itself. Each legend adds another layer to the rich history and identity of the forest. And through these shared memories, the wood elves reinforce their unity with Athel, Loren, ensuring that the forest's magic endures for ages to come. In reflecting on the majesty of Athel, Loren, one cannot help but marvel at the delicate balance that exists within this sacred realm. Here, nature is not merely an untamed force, but a conscious and protective entity. The wood elves, with their deep reverence for the natural world, act as both its guardians and its children, living in a symbiotic relationship with the spirits that inhabit the trees, rivers, and skies. Together, they form a formidable defense against any who would seek to harm their homeland, drawing strength from the forest's ancient and ever-present magic. The stories of Ariel and Orion, the seasons that guide the rhythms of life, and the wild hunt that captures the very spirit of renewal all serve to illustrate how deeply entwined the wood elves are with the cycles of the forest. Every action they take, from their magic to their battles, reflects their understanding that Athel, Loren is not just a place, but a living force that sustains them. This mutual respect and cooperation between the forest and its inhabitants is what has allowed Athel, Loren to thrive despite the many threats it has faced. Throughout its history, Athel, Loren has withstood countless invaders, be they human, beast, or darker forces. Yet it endures, its boundaries defended by the unity of wood elf and forest spirit alike. The key battles that have been fought within its borders are more than just moments of conflict. They are a testament to the resilience of both the elves and the land they call home. And in these moments of defense, the true strength of Athel, Loren is revealed. Not through force alone, but through the unwavering bond between its people and their sacred forest. As one journeys deeper into the mysteries of Athel, Loren, it becomes clear that this forest is more than the sum of its parts. It is a living, breathing symbol of balance and harmony, a reminder of the deep connection between the natural world and those who respect it. The wood elves, with their ancient rituals and timeless legends, embody this understanding, standing as eternal protectors of the forest's magic. In Athel, Loren, past and present blend seamlessly, with every tree, every spirit, and every elf playing their part in the grand story of this enchanted land. And so, the story of Athel Loren comes to a gentle close, like the whispering of the wind through its ancient trees. The magic and mystery of the forest remain ever present, a timeless bond between the wood elves and their sacred home. As you drift off into your own dreams, let the peace of this enchanted realm guide you into restful slumber. Good night, my lovely traveler. May your dreams be full of spiritual wonders and magical stories.